One more COVID-19 patient passed away at JNIMS COVID care ward, rising death toll from COVID-19 in Manipur to 25. Manipur reports 141 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours, rising state tally to 5,585. Chief Minister N. assures COVID situation is under control in Manipur, instructs JNIMS medicine doctor to take extra safety measures for pregnant women. Health Minister L. Jayanta launches e-Sanjeevani, an online OPD doctor-to-patient integrated telemedicine solutions. And India's confirmed COVID-19 cases cross 32 lakh. Death toll reaches 59,449 and recoveries are 24 lakh 67,758. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm JOYSHREE with the top stories and latest news at this hour. One more COVID-19 patient died at JNIMS COVID care ward around 7 this morning. The deceased is 65-year-old woman from Wahingbam Lekai in Imphal West district. She had comorbid health conditions. With this, death toll in Manipur from COVID-19 has reached 25. The deceased woman was admitted to JNIMS on August 20 after she tested positive for COVID-19. JNIMS Medical Superintendent Professor T. Rajan has apprised Imphal West DC N. Praveen to take necessary measures to dispose of the coronavirus-infected dead body. Confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 5,585, of which 1,731 are active cases and recoveries are 3,829. Death toll has reached 25. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, in the past 24 hours, 141 people tested positive for COVID-19, out of which 116 persons are from the general population and 25 are personnel of Central Armed Police Force. Infected persons from the general population are 57 from Imphal West District, 32 from Imphal East District, 14 from Thoubal District, 3 from Churachandpur District, 3 from None District, 4 from Bishnupur and 1 each from Kakching, Kangpokpi and Senapati districts. 2 persons from None out of the general population are returnees from other states, while the rest 114 are locals without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. In the past 24 hours, 17 people were discharged after recovery. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 68.55%. Chief Minister Nongthongpam Biren has met with doctors, nurses and administrative staff of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, JNIMS, and advised them to take extra precautions for pregnant women. N. Biren, along with doctors, discussed in depth on ways to combat the ongoing pandemic. Speaking to media, N. Biren appreciated JNIMS doctors, nurses and paramedical staff for their active roles in fighting the pandemic. He appeals to the public not to panic as the situation is under control in the state. He also expressed a desire to keep 24/7 PRO at JNIMS to attend to COVID-19 patients.
COVID की लेने मरक स्थिति मरुएना delivery की करेगी pregnant woman सिगी लागू से मशी मोइशिने भी हमना थोड़ा sensitive कोई भी issue से separate COVID की लागू कांदा general दुका पुनः देने का मधु की दुंता ये अंतुने ने MS ने director ने मैं हमें नबी लगा daily space से जब करों ने तो आना तो वो यार भी ना that kind of facility create तो कुछ नहीं positive way mama local person pasima thenge adagi pora kanda hospital yorokanda madagi pet usna balanga basima thenge I feel lack of communication between the state government machineries and concerned hospital to be sigi coordination kara gap ma sima tang ai how to take care.
Health Minister Langpulapam Jayantakumar launched e-Sanjeevani, an online OPD doctor-to-patient integrated telemedicine solutions developed by C.Dag Mohali today. Speaking on the occasion, Health Minister L. Jayantakumar said the government is committed to giving medical care uninterrupted during COVID times. The Health Department and NHM have recently undertaken a citizen-centric initiative to ensure uninterrupted health services to the public in Manipur due to the COVID-19 pandemic. E-Sanjeevani provides a platform for citizens to connect with a network of specialist doctors over video conferencing and obtain medical treatments and advice for common health-related concerns while sitting at home. This consultation will be done easily by the patients after downloading e-Sanjeevani OPD app in their smartphones. OPD will be open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. In the beginning, only general OPD will be rolled out. Specialist OPD will be subsequently rolled out soon. In the first phase, 30 doctors shall be operating the state e-Sanjeevani OPD from 11 centers with its central hub at State Telemedicine Unit, Directorate of Health Services. Dr. Y. Premchandra, Deputy Director Public Health, has been designated as State Nodal Officer of Telemedicine. The minister emphasized that in a short period of time under the Ayush Bharat scheme, more than 220 health and wellness centers have also become operational. Health Director Dr. K. Rajo, Additional Director Public Health Dr. L. Tomcha Kuman, Additional Director MD Dr. K.H. Sashi Kumar Mangang and Deputy Director Public Health Dr. Y. Premchandra attended the event held at Medical Directorate in Lamphel. A modified standard operating procedures for handling of returning and arriving persons to Manipur has been issued. All returning or arriving persons to Manipur will be tested for COVID-19 immediately, and if found negative, they will be allowed to go home with advice to follow all COVID preventive measures like wearing of face masks, frequent hand washing, and maintaining social distancing. As per a notification issued by Manipur Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar, no person shall be detained in quarantine centers after a negative COVID-19 test result. It also mentioned that chief medical officers of every district shall ensure immediate testing of any returning or arriving persons. On the other hand, People's Task Force for COVID-19 has objected the revised SOP. Publicity and propaganda in charge of the task force, M. Angamba, said sending returnees home after they test COVID-19 negative for home quarantine is risky. He also asked what testing procedure will be followed. He expressed apprehension that COVID tests using rapid antigen test kits will not be reliable and could lead to spread of coronavirus. He stressed on the need for RT-PCR testing. He also stressed on the fact that the virus could not be detected during the incubation period. Angamba appeals to the government to revise the order. Scuffles occurred at Khergaon Makhalekai in Imphal East District yesterday afternoon when a team of Porompat police and a medical team tried to pick up a COVID-19 positive person who had escaped from JNIMS hospital. Speaking to media today, General Secretary of Yumkhaibam Athletic Development Association Yada, Khergaon Yumkhaibam, Imphal East District, Aribam Aziz Khan said that the COVID-19 patient from Khergaon Makhalekai who was admitted to JNIMS COVID care ward escaped from the hospital yesterday morning and came to his home. upon which a team of Porompat police and a medical team came to pick him up in the afternoon. But scuffles ensued between the combined team and family members of the patient, following which the team requested the local club to intervene and sort out the issue. However, the family members allegedly attacked the club members with knives and stones. Aribam Aziz Khan has condemned the incident and appeals to the authorities concerned to take legal actions against the perpetrators. The much-delayed Autonomous District Council election has been scheduled for mid-November this year amid the coronavirus pandemic. Secretary of State Election Commission Radharani Mutum has officially written about the same to State Additional Chief Secretary, Tribal Affairs and Hills. As per the letter, the 6-month extended term of office of the ADC members with effect from June 1, 2020, as per an order issued by the State Secretariat, Tribal Affairs and Hills Department on March 19 will expire in November. Hence, the State Election Commission has decided to conduct the ADC election in November this year. The Secretary has urged the state government to issue notification for publication of draft electoral rolls of district council constituencies on September 14, 2020. However, an opinion from State Executive Committee of the State Disaster Management Authority may be taken into account for conduction of the election considering the prevailing COVID-19 situation in the state. Hills-based student bodies, namely All Tribal Students Union Manipur USHAM, Kuki Students Organization General Headquarters KSO and All Naga Students Association Manipur UNSAM have demanded to implement the negotiated agreement between the state government and Hills-based student bodies in 2019 without further delay. USHAM General Secretary Saiboy Haukip told media that representatives of the three Hills-based students bodies held talks with Chief Minister N. Biren to initiate welfare activities in the hill areas, especially in health and education sector. He expressed disappointment that although the Chief Minister had assured to start the same within 3 months, none has been initiated even after the passage of 1 year. He also highlighted the plights facing the hilly residents owing to the prevailing COVID-19 situation.
Mainly, equity charter of demand Yanakiba, Ching medical facilities, medical infrastructure, Natabasing, Simdok Naba, Natraga, Pazahan Naba, Pazan and Nainaramaga, Layrambadu, Pozipao, Antopagi, Mami, Soma Pausutadi, Doctor Specialist Singzu, Chingi District Singa Loy, Posting Karaga Tamani Haina, Yanarambani, Adubu, Pozipauso, Adubumba, Posting Kobasu, Anambo, Wopandri, Ambulance Singsu, Marangkai Lake, Chingda, Abasing, Kungimina, Stretcher the Buraga. Lying about Purapagumbasu, Yam, Nuaitaba, Mayamsu Yawi, education sector, Yanbasu, Loy Lerambani, Hyper Mayamsi, Eco Students Organization Sinso, to mean a labor Yarroy, Yanakiba, Mahaisi, Atuba Matam the implement bureau, Natradi, Eco Students Organization Singasu, Pandam Pangnaba, Kariko, Yara, Habadu, Tozarani.
Unidentified miscreants have planted a Chinese hand grenade at the gate of 30-year-old Nongshaibam Sanjit, son of MD Yaima, at Yaripok Tulihan Tabokpi in Imphal East District of Andhra Constituency under Andhra Police Station. Family members discovered a bomb inside a plastic bag at around 5 this morning and immediately informed Andhra Police. State disposal team later arrived and recovered the bomb at around 9 a.m. and later disposed of the bomb safely at Ngarian Khongnang Makhong. No one has claimed responsibility for the incident yet. Andhra Police Station has registered a case. Meanwhile, residents of Yaripok Tulihan Tabokpi in Andhra Constituency carried out a protest demonstration against the planting of a Chinese hand grenade at the gate of Nongshaibam Sanjit by unknown miscreants today. Speaking to media, a protester condemned the incident, which created fear, psychosis and panic to family members and the locals. She demanded those concerned to give a public clarification about the incident at the earliest. Speaking on the sidelines, Nongshaibam Sanjit condemned the incident and appeals to those concerned not to repeat such acts.
Nungsaiba misingiti geta bom yansil lamba se yamna nuaijade asigum laba aki akhang nangmaningai oiraba bom asi yan bidraga so pen daba kari gumba leiraga so masaga phangna na wari saraga afaba mongdo loisanna khiba phai matungda dia asigum thaba se mahanna tawbidana bagi damakta so ningsinjari aduga kanana kari damakta tawiba no pen daba leiba singdo athu matamda singdo pirana baso kayo legai sigi meira pai bi leader am oina phungokse.
Lok Sabha MP Dr. R.K. Ranjan has commenced a 3-month-long weaving and embroidery training program at Yumnam Huidrom Awang Lekai under Manipur Khadi and Village Industries Board. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. R.K. Ranjan said that Manipur's rich traditional attire woven by local women artisans popularized the state to the rest of the world. He said that the State Industry Department is getting patent rights and GI tags of these indigenous products. Chairman of Manipur Khadi and Village Industries Board L. Radhakishore also attended the event. Yarns were distributed to weavers on the occasion. A meeting was held at Ideal Youth Club to discuss on various developmental activities for Ngarankhonjil in Imphal West District today. Taking part in the meeting, CAF and PD Minister Kam Langthabal MLA Karam Sham stressed on various developmental plans and projects and visions for the area. Cyclist Rohan Philem has assured to rehabilitate homeless drug abusers who were picked up from North AOC by the police during the lockdown. Speaking to media at Back to Life Shelter Home in Patsoi Part 1 today, Rohan said Back to Life Shelter Home along with Imphal West Police and himself on August 13 picked up 34 homeless drug users from North AOC and they are being sheltered at Back to Life Shelter Home. He added that all of them have tested negative for COVID-19. Rohan said they will be kept at Living Hope Drugs Rehabilitation Center in Mantri Pukri to bring them back to normal life. He appeals to the government and the relevant departments to offer necessary help. Student organizations and CSOs of Manipur discussed about the draft state drug policy in Manipur at the Office of Human Rights Alert Manipur in Kwakaitel today. The meeting was organized by Human Rights Alert Manipur, User Manipur and senior journalist Paudel Chauba, who have recently filed a PIL at the High Court of Manipur against drugs. Attendees pointed out the negligence in implementing the draft state drug policy, ineffectiveness of the current criminal justice system, which is unable to nab drug dealers, and also decided to submit a representation to the Social Welfare Department. Now with that, it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. Keep watching Impact News.
Kaziranga University, the #1 career university in the Northeast, offering a wide range of UG and PG courses with up to 100% merit-based scholarship, a state-of-the-art infrastructure, and unbeatable placements. A pioneer in shaping, molding, and delivering excellence, Kaziranga University is the right place to launch your career.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. India reported 67,151 new cases of COVID-19 and 1,059 deaths in the last 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's total COVID-19 cases have crossed 32 lakh, of which active cases are above 7,07,000, and that toll has reached 59,449 and 24,67,758 people have recovered. India's rate of recovery has improved to above 76%. Maharashtra has the highest number of active cases of above 1,66,000. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research said that 8,23,992 tests have been conducted during the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 2 crore 40 lakh people and above 8,24,000 people have died. Recoveries are above 1,66,35,000. USA is on top with more than 25,18,000 active cases, followed by Brazil and India. Currently, there are above 28,000 active cases of COVID-19 in the northeast states, including Manipur. Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have crossed 92,000, of which over 19,500 are active cases. Assam's former Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi, former Minister Ajanta Nyok and Assam Gana Parishad MLA Ramendra Narayana Kalita have tested positive for coronavirus. Arunachal Pradesh's confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 3,412, out of which 899 are active cases. Nagaland's confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 3,752, out of which 1,125 are active cases. Tripura's total active COVID-19 cases have reached 2,866. There are 503 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 418 in Sikkim and 1,178 active cases of COVID-19 in Meghalaya. Nauria Pakanglakpa Women Welfare Association has condemned those politicians who engage themselves in dirty politics amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Press release from the association said that words of war among politicians in view of the upcoming by-election for some constituencies in October and November is unethical. The association also appeals to unitedly fight the pandemic. 27-year-old Beyonce Laishram from Kakwa Leifrakpam Lekai has become the first trans woman doctor from the entire Northeast region. She has become a symbol of hope for the transgender community in Manipur. Beyonce is a medical officer at Shiza Hospitals and proudly wears the tag of a COVID-19 warrior. She passed MBBS from Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, Imphal in 2011. Dr. Beyonce aspires to research further in the field of medical science and serve the public. Yova Club Khergaon has felicitated Nongjai Muhammad Ali Akram Shah, who secured 188 All India rank in the prestigious Civil Service Exam 2019 conducted by Union Public Service Commission UPSC. The event was held at his birthplace in Khergaon, Nongjai Lekai by following COVID-19 related SOPs. National Highway number 37 Imphal-Jiribam Road is in a deplorable condition, bringing much plights to commuters. Many trucks are being stranded along the highway, which is in a pathetic condition, especially between Barag and Makru bridges. The road, which is filled with large potholes, has become accident-prone. National Highway Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, which is the agency for the highway project, has failed to take necessary measures to ease the plights facing the commuters on the highway, especially the goods truck drivers. It may be mentioned that the recent landslide near Kohima town along National Highway number 2 Imphal-Dimapur Road has also brought immense plights to commuters. One Mutum Janmenjoy, a resident of Kunjabon in Zirbam, has repaired the potholes at JT Road in Zirbam district at his own expenses. Speaking to Impact News, Mutum said that commuters along the road are facing various inconveniences due to the deplorable condition of the road. He expressed a discontentment that the authorities concerned have failed to repair the road despite repeated pleas. It may be mentioned that Mutum Janmenjoy has repaired various culverts along the road on earlier occasions as well.
Moya Sida Lambi is the port hole, the Karimba Puta Koda, the next sitting at Kona, Kudong Tiba Todi, Haine Kanjabna, a you come to buy coin and Lambi Port Honsi, Menjabani, Yamne, Kantong Shen Tumpaidna, Nadragana, kana to na yamna kari hai ni ashowum taning na to jabanati mai ai ashowa sang ni chode ngam de na bai na to jabani aina.
Kabui Union appeals to people of the state to light a candle in every household to pay homage to freedom fighter late Haipao Jadonang Kabui on August 29 evening to mark his 89th death anniversary. Haipao Jadonang Kabui was hanged to death by the British on August 29, 1931. People remembered Mother Teresa on her 110th birth anniversary today. She was born on 26th of August 1910 in Skopje, the capital of the Republic of Macedonia. Mother Teresa arrived in India in 1929 and spent most of her life in service of the destitute in India. The Nobel laureate founded the Missionaries of Charity and spent 45 years serving the poor, sick, orphaned and dying on the streets of Kolkata. She died at the age of 87 in Kolkata in 1997. Mother Teresa was declared as a saint on 4th September 2016. Now the sports news. Sudeva FC will become the first ever football club from Delhi to play in the I-League as All India Football Federation AIFF today approved the city side's participation in the second tier domestic competition from the upcoming season. Football Delhi President Saji Prabhakaram described Sudeva's entry into the I-League as a historic development. The football club was earlier known as Moonlight FC, with the current management taking control of the club in 2016. The AIFF also announced Visakhapatnam side Srinidhi FC's entry into the I-League from 2021 to 2022 season. Third test match of ICC Test Cricket Championship between England and Pakistan at Rose Bowl Cricket Ground has resulted in a draw. England won the toss and chose to bat first. In their first innings, England made 583 runs with 8 wickets down and declared the match. Pakistan scored 273 runs with 10 wickets in their first innings. Azhar Ali and Rizwan Muhammad scored 141 and 53 runs respectively, while England's bowler James Anderson took 5 wickets. Pakistan in their follow-on second innings scored 187 runs with 4 wickets down to result in a draw. England's Zach Crawley backed the player of the match title and wicketkeeper batsman Jos Buttler backed the player of the series title. England has won 1 match in the series of 3 test match. The two teams will play their first T20 match on September 1st. Physical Education Foundation of India (PEFI) and PEFI Manipur chapter in association with Fit India movement will launch PEFI Fit India Freedom Run from August 29 till September 7. Every athlete can participate in the run by registering oneself within the stipulated time from any place. They should use a mobile phone with GPS during the run. Participants should send a link and snapshot of his or her performance at www.pefiindia.org. Each and every participant will be presented with an e-certificate. Renowned international tennis players have taken the decision not to take part in the 140th US Open Tennis Championship due to COVID-19 pandemic. The championship has been scheduled to start from August 31st till September 13 in USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center in New York City. Jelena Ostapenko of Latvia, Carla Suarez Navarro of Spain, and Svetlana Kuznetsova of Russia have decided not to take part in the championship. Now, before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. One more COVID-19 patient passed away at JNIMS COVID care ward, rising death toll from COVID-19 in Manipur to 25. Manipur reports 141 new COVID-19 cases in last 24 hours, rising state's tally to 5,585. Chief Minister N. Biren assures COVID situation is under control in Manipur, instructs RIMS staff to take extra safety measures for pregnant women. Health Minister L. Jayanta launches e-Sanjeevani, an online OPD doctor-to-patient integrated telemedicine solutions. And India's confirmed COVID-19 cases crossed 32 lakh. Death toll reaches 59,449 and recoveries are 24 lakh 67,758. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Have a great evening.